Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Cousins, Redskins, going up against Cousins, Redskins. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field and over. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Washington Redskins and themselves. Shift together here from the D-line. First down. Here's Cousins. And fights him off. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. A great, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jackson, the man in motion right. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football. You can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. For Jordan Reed, Charles, still waiting for him to play a full complement of games. You know, through 4 seasons, he hasn't completed a full NFL schedule, but he's right up there in the argument for best tight end in the league.
He certainly is, and I don't think he can get a bigger compliment than I'm hearing from my friends in the scouting community. They've all told me that those teams that are in the market for tight ends, when they're scouting now, are all trying to find guys who have Jordan Reed characteristics. And I'm talking about route running, run after the catch, the ability to create and make bigger plays.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Garcon, the man in motion. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. So now 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Cousins. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There's a complete to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Cousins now on 2nd down. And Reed with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Call a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Frankly, Brennan, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. The play clock's running down. Third and short yardage, Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. In motion right, Garcon. Time running out here on the play clock. Cousins now. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. Give him 6 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt is well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to... And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Keith Marshall, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They come out here in the eye. Now Thompson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The linebacker, William Compton, in on the tackle. Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll run with Thompson. And an alley to run. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy pork?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though.
It's like a good novel, man. From undrafted free agent to leading rusher for his team, the Rob Kelly story in 2016.
You're right. Matt Jones had 460. He led it by a wide margin, did Kelly, 704. The question I have for you, what do you see from Fat Rob now going forward?
I think that he can be the lead runner for them because he does an excellent job in pass protection, a skill not many backs have.
On third down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here come the Redskins now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled down.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. This is Marshall. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up, Leopard. Set.
In motion right comes Jackson. Play clock winding down. And here's Marshall. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's go. 3-19. Gone. All right, now look at this.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He finds his target. It's Crowder. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The slot man in motion right. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jackson. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Cousins. This is caught by Jackson. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They come out here in the eye. They run it here with Thompson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
He juked him. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. So out now come the Redskins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No, not good here. Their field general is still down, and that would not bode well for this offense if he's unable to continue. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now look at 56.
Time running out here on the play clock. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go now. Detroit. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Garcon, the man in motion.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Fresh set of downs here.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And he comes back with one complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go! 3-19!
In motion left, that's Crowder. To throw, Cousins. He's got time. Right side caught by Jackson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Love the run right there, and when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finish.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, then you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And he'll go on the ground. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The veteran safety, Dante Whitner, in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. It's a 4-receiver look all to the left side. Here's Cousins, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And some room to work. And the cutback to the sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he puts it through. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what they're offering.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Kelly to try to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Play fake. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the in Washington as they come onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
So a big one there is that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent time. He puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They go play action. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Cousins now on second down. And this will be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Halfback sent in motion. Third and long for Cousins. This is caught by Jackson. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the red zone now, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Shift together here from the D-line. And they're going to speed things up here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. 9th
play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Hurry up, here we go. Leffert. Watch it now, Barney. Gone. No. Check. Patriot.
They're working out of the gun. Cousins. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 6 yards away. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loaded in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs.
Taking it right down Broadway. 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
Tell the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
1st down. Here's Cousins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And the former 4th-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
I remember when he got selected.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trent Murphy in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Cousins to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They're in a good spot. Two-possession game barely, but a two-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They come out here in the I. And they give this time to the tailback. A strong running. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again, but they can't worry about it.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Cousins now. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good game. So the D-line's going to spread out. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing is Cousins, finding time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried, and the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.